Fusion!
Alright guys, we are here today with the leaks from the boy Kawaii and Team Dokkan, I believe is who they also teamed up with. We have the new Goku as well as the new Frieza and their leader and passive skills. This is mostly in French, so I'll try my best to kind of translate for the most part because most of it's straightforward. But moving on into it, obviously the card you are going to pull for the Dual Dokkan Fest coming up is going to be this base form Goku. He's going to, at TUR, be an SSJ Goku, and the leader skill seems to be akin to that of Tech Vegito Blue without the restriction. So we're going to get a Ki +3 attack, defense, and HP 120% up. All the forms are going to inflict immense damage at TUR, which is really good. Apparently it'll also increase attack and defense. The passive is going to be attack and defense plus 80%. And then it seems like enemy class, I don't know what Dagat means. That might be defense. I want to say it says defense for enemy types minus 21%. Could be wrong there. Obviously I'm not the best at French. And then the second part just has to do with the transformation mechanics. A lot of the links are stuff you would kind of expect. Prepared for combat, which is prepared for battle. Same thing. Kamehameha, Super Saiyan, yeah, family, Sun family, sorry. I think the last one is Fierce Battle there. The categories are going to be something along the lines of Super Saiyan 3, Namek Saga, what was that, the God tier, what, God, I'm forgetting names of categories here, hold up. Oh. So it's going to be Realm of Gods, SS3, Namek Saga, and I don't know what the last one is. But regardless, kind of a good card off the bat. Only gets better. If you don't know, it transforms like every turn or every other turn, something to that effect. But after he does transform, he goes to SS2. He gets a attack plus 90% and defense up 60. So before he actually had more defense buff, but when he goes SS2, his defense drops, his attack goes up. Seems like enemy, I guess, defense down 22% instead of, what was it, 21% before? Yeah, 21%. And then he will go SS3, where his defense drops even more down to 40% buff, attack up to 100%. Everything else stays relatively the same. I don't think the links change as they transform. Actually, I was wrong. I think I see a different key link right there, which is Over in a Flash. Yeah, it looks like Prepared for Battle turns into Over in a Flash, Ki +3. And then from there, he will obviously transform into SS God. Looks like he keeps Over in a Flash at that point. But it doesn't matter because his attack goes up to 110%, defense only buffed 20%. I'm not really touching too much upon the enemy defense or whatever that is, minus 24% because it's only going up by 1% per. Everything else stays relatively the same. And then he transforms to SS Blue, which I will have the animation for you actually at the end of this because Team Dokkan leaked that early, so I will be showing you guys that animation in a second. Attack plus 120%. Enemy defense minus 25% possibly, Ki +12, and 100% chance to crit. We had the 100% chance to crit kind of leaked early, but it's still interesting to see that when he goes SS Blue, he's basically just a flat out monster. Like, there's no getting around that. 100% chance to crit, guaranteed super. Yeah, no, I don't know how to talk about that. That's amazing. I don't even know why you would give this man key links with a passive like that, but I guess it helps other units in the end. Moving on to Frieza, which I'm sure you guys are excited for. You pull him in This first form, obviously you can farm his super attack from the LR Frieza Dokkan event, or LR Frieza grind, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, he's going to transform into this TUR form with a key +3 attack, defense, and HP up 120%, similar to Rose without the restriction of needing every type. He does immense damage and ups attack and defense on a super, similar to Goku. From there, he functions a little bit differently. He's going to have an attack and defense up 80% and recover 11% of HP on a super, from what that looks like. As far as these links go, a lot of these I can't entirely tell. Obviously got Big Bad Bosses, Transformation Mechanic, or the Transformation link, which gives you 5% HP back. The other ones I'm not entirely familiar with. The last one looks like Fierce Battle. But moving on into that, he transforms to SS2. Second form Frieza. I apologize. From there he goes attack plus 90%, defense plus 60, recover 12% of HP on a super, he'll transform again, attack, skipped one, attack plus 100%, defense plus 40, so it looks like the attack and defense buffs kind of stay similar the more they transform, but the Frieza recovers HP, whereas Goku lowers enemy defense, I think that is. Again, I could be wrong on that, but I know Frieza's HP that's actually what it is. He'll move up to 110% and 20% defensive buff, similar to Goku. Now 14% HP recovery, and then he will go up to Golden with 120% chance, 120% attack up, recovering 50% HP, 12 key, and 100% chance to crit. So I like Frieza. I think the recovery mechanic is a lot better. I think from my first initial looks, it seems that Frieza is going to be the overall better card to me. I think Extreme Tech definitely needs a card like Frieza. But aside from that, it seems like we're going to be getting a Cow King Goku, which is kind of interesting. The leader skill doesn't seem like anything too interesting. But he'll be doing colossal damage, it looks like, as well as increasing his attack for 1 turn, attack and defense plus 80%, attack plus 20% with a chance to crit? No, it's probably attack plus 20% per certain category, like Namek Saga or something. So if you have certain characters from that category, maybe it's not Namek Saga. I can't really tell what the increase is for, but you can get it up to 120%. Again, my French is subpar at best, so I apologize for that. Some cards they leaked earlier in this stream that I want to point out is going to be what looks like the physical Frieza and the Goku that we'll get based on the competition between Global and JP. This is the Frieza, and it seems like both their passives are when HP is below 77%, they get a key plus 3 attack and defense plus 77%, which just from an initial standpoint seems pretty subpar. They do colossal damage, which is okay. I mean, if they're not getting the buff, like if their passive isn't active, then it might be a little bit useless. But Goku's pretty much the same way, just different categories, different links. I personally want the Frieza more. We got too many SSJ Gokus to begin with. But they're both kind of subpar. I don't know. I'm not really too excited about these characters now that I see them. So the competition doesn't really mean much. They also managed to leak the Piccolo. And then going over him, it seems like he'll be a Namek Saga leader with a key plus 3 attack, defense, and HP up 77%. And then he'll give a smaller buff to agility types, but we don't care about that. It seems like it'll do colossal damage, defense plus 30% for 1 turn, attack and defense plus 60% for himself, and then attack plus 12% and key plus 2 for, I think that's Rainbow Key Spheres, if I remember right. And then he has the chance to transform into Nail. He fits in 2 categories, which is the Namek Saga, as well as Namekians, which, that's alright, I guess. His links seem to be Shattering the Limit is that last one, which is kind of important. Not really sure what that second to last, or yeah. Shattering the Limit seems to be the only one I can pick out. Z-Warrior, I think, is the one at the top. Namekian, recover 5% of HP. Then he has the chance to transform into this. Everything as far as leader skill and special attack stays relatively the same, except for he gets the defense up for 3 turns. I think before it was 1, right? Yeah. So he'll get it for 3 turns instead. Upon super, he'll recover 30% of HP, which is nice. He'll be changing, seems like Rainbow Sphere to Agility Key Sphere, if I can read that right. Attack and defense plus 70%, Key plus 3, and attack plus 15%. Recover 18,000 HP per. Can't tell if that's either Rainbow or Agility. I can't really tell. But you'll be able to recover HP on collecting certain orbs. I can't tell if that's Rainbow or Agility. Bear with me. But the attack plus 15% is nice per Key Sphere. Basically, you're going to be collecting Agility Key Spheres, and he will relatively nuke. It'll be like a little mini nuke, I guess. Links stay relatively the same, minus, I guess, 1 or 2 changes. Nothing really big there. It seems like he's going to be a good card. I believe he's also going to be an AoE unit when he transforms, if I remember right. Maybe he'll be an AoE unit before he transforms as well. I don't really know. But from what I've heard, he's also an AoE unit. Moving on, next we'll get an SSR version of these 3, for reasons I don't fully understand. But they will, I believe, Dokkan into a TUR version of themselves. Leader skill is not really that impressive. It seems like they'll do colossal damage if that translates to colossal. I'm not really sure. Attack and defense plus 100%, and then attack and defense minus 5% per something, up to 50. I'm not really sure what that second half implies, but feel free to let me know if you guys know any French in the comments down below. Another breaking the limit character. The rest of the links suck, I'm not gonna lie. The attack and defense plus 100% is nice. It just depends on what that second part kind of implies, because that could mean they get weaker with something. So my guess is there'll be a free-to-play card of some sort that you can farm. One other thing I want to go over before we jump into the animation is they go over part 2. I think we're going to be getting the cards from the story event on the top starting the 28th. I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure what that translates to. But moving down the list, the Dokkan Fest ×2 for Goku and Frieza, I believe that's the dual Dokkan Fest for the ones that transform, is going to be on the 31st. My guess is that'll be in France time because they are French, I believe. So for us in the US, say on the East Coast, we'll probably be getting it early 31st, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. West Coast, probably the 30th at like 11 o'clock at night. Z-Battle for Piccolo is on the 9th. Oh, okay, here it is. The Les Petits Ranger. That's the one for the card that I just showed you with the 3 children, actually. That's them. So they'll be here on the 13th on part 2. LR Goku and Freezer and Z-Battle Jiren. So when I saw Z-Battle Jiren, I think that implies that that's going to be an event similar to the Broly one that we just had, where we face him, but we don't actually get him. So that's kind of my initial thoughts. We don't really have proof of any kind of obtainable Jiren. So part 2 leads me to believe that Jiren in this event is not obtainable as well. Boss Rush 6, which I believe is just for global, because I think JP already has it. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then Z-Battle for Kid Buu, which is in October. So that one also makes it seem like it'll be a Broly-esque Z-Battle. I think we're just going to be facing characters in Z-Battles now that we don't actually Extreme Z Awaken. Z-Battle does mean Extreme Z-Battle, just for the record, I guess. Possibility for October, which seems a little late for part 2. Seems I'll have to cut this in at some point, but apparently we have the image for the Z-Battle Jiren. Just because the card is here, I want you guys to keep in mind that that doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be an obtainable card. As we saw with Broly, they had a placeholder card and art in the game, but it wasn't one that was obtainable. It seems we might get another Goku Black. It's not really clear how this one's obtainable or not. I'm sure we'll learn in the coming hours whether it is or not. But we do have the arts for the SSR, TUR, and LR versions of the Goku and Frieza combo card from the Tournament of Power. So it seems like they'll be Dokkaning into that, which looks really cool. But more importantly, the arts and leader skills for the LR And oh my god, that looks awesome. I absolutely love the back-to-back of Frieza and Goku there, kind of clashing together with their aura. It looks just phenomenal. It looks like they're going to get a Universe 7 category lead of Ki +3, attack and defense and HP up 177%, which we saw kind of leaked early in the week, but we weren't sure if that was, you know, the actual leader skill, but apparently it is. It's going to be a tech type from the looks of it. A super tech type nonetheless. And the secondary part of the passive is Ki +3, HP attack and defense up 90% to tech types. It seems like for the supers, the 12 to 17 Ki inflicts mega colossal damage. Is that what that is? I can't really tell about that one. And it looks like it reduces the enemy's attack. The 18 Ki inflicts, I'm sure, whatever step above mega colossal, or maybe that is mega colossal. Reduces attack and defense of the enemy. The passive is going to be attack and defense up 77% and attack plus 77%. I think when supering is what that says. And then another 77%. I can't fully understand this last part of that. It's pretty interesting. I'll have to look for the translation for the second part of that. If I find the translation, I'll be sure to put it in the description down below if it's translated. But it looks like they'll be in the Universe Survival category. They'll be in their own representatives of the Universe 7 category. That seems to be the LR card. Let me know if you guys are excited in the comments down below. I'm probably going to do a jump cut back into it because, yeah. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the bulk of it. And then I just want to jump on over to... but he leaked the transformation and what it's going to look like. You can imagine Frieza will be a similar way. I'll play it back one more time for you guys because I kind of caught the end of it there. But this is looking super crisp. Like, I cannot wait for that. That just looks phenomenal. I can't get over that. I can't wait to see Frieza turn golden as well. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, that is going to be my rough translations for the leader skills and passives. I apologize if I butchered any smaller details because I feel like I might have missed a few things, but that's going to be the video. Thank you so much to Kawaii and Dokkan for the collab on leaking this information. I highly recommend going and following them on Twitter or their YouTube. I've been your host, Lube, man. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Why even try, right? Have a good day.